Hey there. Now I know you will say, wait a minute, aren't you a little late on this topic? And yeah, I am. Surprised, by the way. I'm still alive somehow. But with all that being said, this whole situation regarding Mr. Beast is, I don't want to say I said it, but it was to be expected. But the perspective that I'm going into this is less of a, yeah, let's hate Mr. Beast or let's hate, everything that is happening around us. I want to tackle something maybe more specific, maybe more personal level. The idea is, YouTube, then I think people should understand this and as a result should not be surprised when stuff like this comes out about Mr. Beast, then later on another big channel will happen and another and another. There is simply one thing you must understand, at least for those of you who were here with YouTube on this platform back when it was about you. This is no longer the case. Unfortunately, cases like Mr. Beast's, this whole, oh, did he stage this? Or was this a controversy behind it? Who were the people that he employed in his team? Are inevitable. And the simple answer to this as to why it's so is, it used to be that YouTube was for people who would put a camera in front of them. They would have something funny to show, something interesting to talk about, and that would pretty much be it. It would be just you and that person. No matter where you are, no matter the time difference, you could connect to that one individual who decided to record themselves do something. And unfortunately, as years went on, and as YouTube became a business, literally YouTube channels now have businesses around them and they're treated as a business, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of money involved when you talk about sponsors and everything and the influence. Actually, the retention of a viewer, the clicks, are the new currency in a way, and they matter quite a lot. But with that being said, this means that everything that is corporate goes into it. And at some point, it is no longer viable to just have one person run a channel. Yes, it is possible, although, I highly doubt that at this day and age now of YouTube, of the new version of YouTube, anybody will be able to succeed purely by themselves, unless they really perform some miracle stuff. Perhaps they're an artist, singer, whatever, you know. Now you need a team. You need editors, you need writers, you need to blow the budget. It's not only the team aspect. Now, Mr. Beast is just like the whole channel that Jimmy created is the amalgamation of all of these things that I personally hate on YouTube, and one of the personal reasons why I don't want to do it. It's very corporate. You need a team. There is no soul. Now tell me, how many of you feel really connected to the person behind the camera? How are you connected to Jimmy, let's say, or anybody in the team? You're really not. You really don't know who they are. The videos that they put out, they're entertaining, don't get me wrong, and there's an audience for that. But I would not go as far as to say that these people are YouTubers. It's more like a TV show. Now when you look at it, it's all of them start to look more like a TV show, like a TV series, reality show, whatever you want to call it. That's the unfortunate truth. I miss the old type of content, but not many do, clearly. The numbers don't lie. You cannot simply go ahead now and say, oh no, this doesn't make sense. People should do the old YouTube. Oh, the old YouTube was better. If it was better, the numbers would be there. If it was better, you would see channels, different channels, actually grow more. But you don't. Maybe it has to do with the age or whatnot. But apart from this corporate stuff, he always has to. So Jimmy has to always bring something bigger. 1,000, once you do 1,000 something 10 times, it's no longer interesting. You need to do it 10,000 then. The next title should be 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. It doesn't end. It will never end. Because you force, or the platform starts forcing or promoting the content that is bigger, cooler, more interesting, more expensive, faster, 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 faster all the time. 10 seconds into the video, Are you interested? No. If they didn't show you an action clip, if there is simply a guy talking heart to heart, boom, not interesting. Nobody's gonna watch that. Nobody has the time. Nobody cares. And that's the reason. Big YouTubers push this. But I don't want to go ahead now and say people like Jimmy, channels like Mr. Beast are at fault and only they are responsible for this shitty change. And if they had only not done it, things would have been better. No, they play the cards they're dealt. They are rewarded for doing this. They're rewarded for doing exactly that, more, quicker, with more money, with more things at stake. Instead of 1,000, 1,000,000. This is what the platform recommends. This is what the platform rewards you to do. It's stupid not to pursue it. Now, tracing back to where I started all of this to me is completely something that I hate. I don't like these chases. It really makes the connection between the viewer and the channel owner at the end, or the face of the channel, disconnect on so many levels. It's just so far apart. You don't know who this person is anymore. You will never know, because that's not what sells. Now, in case of the whole controversy, he's not going to be canceled. The channel is going to stand up because the majority of the people who watch him are kids. Like, as much as I want to be the judge, the jury, and the whole verdict caller and say, yeah, let's remove this guy out of the platform because of all the shady stuff that is happening. Nope, it's not going to happen. You cannot simply go and convince children to not watch somebody. And in a way, I still feel like you shouldn't tell people what to watch and what not to. But the other aspect that I will say is, while it was his responsibility to go through every person in his team and understand this, now speaking of the people he employs, I still understand a notion that there might have been slip-ups, because it's very hard for one person to manage everything, and sometimes if you trust the wrong people at the beginning, you can just turn this into a big snowball that screws you over. When it comes to the rigging of the games, I have a very direct thing to say, and I'm so surprised that, people don't think about it too much. Welcome, this is the new YouTube. Forget about it. Nothing is true anymore. Nobody with 10 million, 100 million subscribers will be sitting in front of you, have a heart-to-heart. They will not. Unless somebody approves of this, unless what they say is specifically according to a script, it's a big risk. It's $1 million risk. Nobody is going to be honest with you. Nobody's going to come out and say, yeah, this is exactly how I feel. Maybe I don't like this. No, everything has to be pure. Whatever you say, even in a heart-to-heart, does not have to create any conflict. That's the truth of it. So, once again, this controversy just highlights my unspoken reason why, while deep down in my heart, growing up, I would love to do YouTube as a job, and I still would. It's this situations like these, and many more that are not being spoken about actually, are the reason why, in my eyes, being a YouTuber turned from being a person that connects with people via internet, via their personal experiences or the fun that they bring to the world, into a douchebag celebrity who is more than just a person, who is idolized as this godlike figure, who can never make any mistakes, who can never be too pure actually, because everybody has mistakes, and who is essentially a corporate machine, a corporate brand. That's what you become nowadays if you're a YouTuber. There are still many who are not following this trend, but think about it for a second. Think of all the YouTubers that are not corporate shills, all the YouTubers that are still personal with you. Your PewDiePies, your Markipliers. Think of them. Think of the other names and tell me which one of them started recently. Which one of them started after YouTube had this shift? It's very rare. And unfortunately, I have a feeling that as time moves on, we're going to depart from it more. There will be people who will cry against it, but channels like Mr. Beast show very simply three things. To be successful, you have to do more, bigger, better. You need to have a corporate branding and image. It has to be big, it has to be with a team, you have to have all of these people looking into everything, and then you are successful. And of course, that whatever comes with money and fame is always some dirt, some shade, some problems, some lies. And this is inevitable. There will not be somebody who is both corporate and pure. It doesn't happen. Anybody who worked in a business anywhere in the world already knows this. But not everybody that watches YouTube understands this. So yeah, just wanted to get this out of my chest. I didn't want to jump into the topic when the hate bandwagon was simply focusing on, yeah, let's cancel this guy, because this is not my stance. I really hate the whole subject of canceling somebody, but here I don't think it's even gonna work. Unfortunately for the people who really try it, I have bad news. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, well, that was my 2 cents. Thank you for sticking by. Thank you for being here. And I know I'm not this big shot. Look at this crazy. I still have no lights, but before I go, I will let you know one little secret. I've been missing for a reason. I am working on stuff, and maybe one damn day in the next video you will not see this empty, nothing roof anymore. So I'm grinding, I'm working hard. Anyway, take good care of yourself. Don't overthink too much. Don't base your life around people on YouTube, and do yourself a favor. Don't watch people who create an image of themselves that as if they're higher than you, they're better than you, they're perfect. It is not good for you. You will get the wrong perception. You will start hating yourself after a while. So try to find people who are genuine. Well, that's it. No more advice, I swear. Have a great one, and see you when I see you. Goodbye.